Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoyee's YouTube channel. So today we are back with a new system, that is endocrine system. So till now I think whatever I have posted you all have gone through those lessons. So let us start today's endocrine system without any further delay. Now, what are the learning objectives of today's lesson? So today we are going to discuss about what are hormones, what are exocrine glands, what are endocrine glands, and the main thing is we should learn about the difference between the endocrine and the exocrine gland. Now today we have taken three main glands, that is thyroid, pituitary and parathyroid. So what we are going to discuss with these three glands, we are going to discuss about the function and the location of these three glands, and we will also discuss about the hyposecretion and hypersecretion of these three glands. So there are many more glands which are to be discussed in your 8th standard also. So to learn all the things which I am teaching, so you need to subscribe to my channel. So please do subscribe to my channel to learn more regarding this lesson as well as many other lessons which I'll be teaching in your next videos. So stay tuned and stay updated with all my lessons. So let us start with today's episode of endocrine system, and we will start with hormones. Now, what is endocrine system? The system of ductless glands. So the glands which are not having any ducts that regulate the activity of cells and organs by releasing certain chemicals. So our body is made up of chemicals, and there are certain chemicals being released from certain glands which do not have duct. So they are acting as chemical messengers into the blood, and the bloodstream is called the endocrine system. So where there are certain glands in our body which are ductless, which do not have ducts, so they are directly pouring their chemical substance into the blood, and in the bloodstream they are carried to several organs, and where that is the site of action of those chemicals, or where the function is seen. So organs are releasing certain chemicals into the blood, and the bloodstream is carrying them, and so this system is called the endocrine system. So now we will discuss what are the types of glands and what is the difference between the two types of glands. So what are the two types of glands? So thus just we have learned about what is endocrine system. Now endocrine system, we have told that it is a system where there is no duct. Now here we are discussing about the two types of glands. The first one is the endocrine glands and the second one is the exocrine glands. So what is the difference between these two? First we should know that this term is derived from the term means which is within or inside, and crine means secretion. So these are the ductless glands, and as they do not have their own ducts, so they are releasing their secretions directly into the cells or in the tissue spaces adjacent to them. So these tissue spaces or these cells are carrying these chemical materials by the blood or the lymph to the target organ. So these hormones or these chemical messengers which are being secreted by the ductless glands, they are carried through the blood to the target organ. So these are the new terms you are learning. So this is target organ, so where the chemicals need to act, so that is the target organs, and the chemicals secreted by the endocrine glands are called hormones. Okay, those chemicals which are chemical messengers which are secreted from these ductless glands are called hormones. So what are the main glands? First is the pituitary, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, gonads, and there are some other, these are the main endocrine glands. There are also some other endocrine glands also, like pineal gland, parathyroid gland. These are not so important, but they also play important role in our body. So pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, and the gonads. What are the gonads? Gonads are the ovaries and the testes. So these are ovary and the testes, these are the gonads. So they are also playing important role. So these ovary and testes are called the gonads. So pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, and the ovary and the testes are the prime endocrine glands. Apart from that, there is pineal gland, and we can say there is parathyroid gland. These are also playing some role in our body, and that is not that minor also, but it is less important than these primary endocrine glands. So let us move on to the next one. Now comes the exocrine glands. So what are these glands? So as we have told earlier, the endocrine glands are the ductless glands. So it is the opposite one. So exocrine glands, it is the exo means they are the having the ducts or the special tubes which release their secretions directly into their duct. And these ducts, what they are doing, what is the function of these ducts? They are carrying the secretion to the target organ. So there in the previous one, if you remember, they were carrying their secretion through the blood or the plasma, because they were giving the secretion in the we can say in between the tissue spaces or in the directly in the blood. So depositing these blood was carrying the chemicals to the target organs. But in these cases, in the exocrine glands, they are directly poured into the duct, and these chemicals are carried by the duct to the target organs. Now the chemicals secreted by the exocrine glands are called enzymes. So the chemicals secreted by the endocrine glands were called hormones, and these are called enzymes. Now what are the glands? Exocrine glands. So endocrine glands we have already told you in the previous slide. Now the exocrine glands are salivary glands, gastric glands, and the sweat glands. So these are some of the endocrine glands. So here we have not discussed about all. We have told about few, that is salivary glands, gastric glands, and sweat glands. So now we will first learn the difference between the endocrine and the exocrine glands. Then we will move on with the hormones. Now this is a very important topic it is very important topic for your exams, because they will give you a question, the differentiate between endocrine glands and exocrine glands. So how you will differentiate, and what is the easy technique to remember this differentiation? So first we will deal with certain characteristics. So on the basis of certain characteristics, we are going to differentiate between the endocrine and the exocrine glands. So what are the characteristics? First we will deal with the definition. Then we will deal with ducts, types of secretion, response time, duration of action, and examples. So based on these characteristics only, we will differentiate between the endocrine glands and exocrine glands. So first let us take this definition. So what is the definition of endocrine glands? These are specialized glands which release secretions directly into the cells. Now next one is the exocrine glands, which release their secretions through the duct to the target organs. Now next comes the ductless glands. So ductless glands, endocrine glands are ductless glands, and exocrine glands are glands with duct. Now what is the type of secretion? Endocrine glands, they secrete hormones, whereas exocrine glands are secreting enzymes. Now depending on this response time is always slower, since the secretion has to be carried through blood in endocrine glands, whereas in exocrine glands the response time is fast, and since the secretion is carried through ducts, it is reaching much faster time to the target organs. So it is acting, the response time is faster. Now the duration of action, the control, these hormones, they are controlling the long-term activity of the target organ, whereas the exocrine glands, they are controlling the short-term activity. Now what are the examples of endocrine glands? The examples are pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal gland, pancreas, and many more are there. So these are few examples I have given. And the next one is the exocrine gland examples are salivary glands. We can say salivary glands, sweat glands, and gastric glands. These are the main exocrine glands. So this is the main points on which we can differentiate between endocrine and exocrine glands. And please do learn this table properly, so that it is very important for you for your exams. So let us move on to the next part. Now what are hormones? Now we have already told in the previous slide also, the endocrine glands, the chemical which is secreted from the endocrine glands are called hormones, and that what is secreted from the exocrine glands are called enzymes. So now we are dealing, as this is endocrine system, we are to deal with the chemicals which are secreted from the endocrine gland. So what are the chemicals named as? They are called hormones. So what are hormones? So this term hormone, it means to set in motion. Okay, so what are hormones? These are the chemical messengers which are secreted by the endocrine gland, and that help to control and coordinate various activities of our body. So they are helping us to control and coordinate various metabolic activities of our body. They are directly released into the bloodstream, and they are produced in very, very small amount. They are not produced in huge amount. They are produced in very small amount, and they are acting very fast but slower than the nerve impulse. So they are fast, but they are slower than the nerve impulse, and as we have discussed in the previous slide also, they are slower in action than the enzymes also, and they are always acting on the cells or the target organs which are located away from their sources. So if they are being produced by the pituitary gland, they are not acting on that gland itself, they are acting on cells or organs which are far away from these glands. Okay, now another important thing about these hormones is that they are destroyed soon after their action is achieved. So as soon as their action is over on the target organs, what is there for these hormones? They are not stored in the body, they are immediately destroyed. So after their work is done, after their function is performed, action is performed, they are destroyed by the body and they are not stored in the body, and they coordinate the long term processes such as for the growth and the development of the body, and many other more important long term processes are controlled by these hormones. Like for growth and development, we can say that growth hormones are important, and there are several sex hormones also which are secreted from the gonads. So they help to coordinate the long term processes in the body. So now we will start dealing with different glands and what are the hormones secreted from those glands, what is the location and function of these glands. So let us start with that. Now first we are here with the pituitary gland, that is the master gland of our body. So why it is called so, we will also discuss that. Now where is the pituitary gland located? First we should know the location of pituitary gland. So it is a small pea-shaped gland which is located at the base of the brain. So just you see this diagram here, this is the pea-shaped gland which is located at the base of the brain. So see, this is a very small gland and it controls the functioning of many other endocrine glands. So many other endocrine glands are under this influence of pituitary gland, so it is called the master gland. So many other glands are being under the influence of this pituitary gland. So see, you are in 8th standard now. This all in details have been taught in 10th standard. So I have already posted many videos for 10th standard also, but as per your curriculum I am teaching this lesson. So it is few things we will learn in just now. So it is in details you will be studying in 10th standard. So if you want to learn more, you can go to the endocrine system videos of 10th standard also and go through it. So here we should know that where it is located. It is a small pea-shaped gland located at the base of the brain, and it is controlling activities of several other glands also. So it's called the master gland. Now what are the main hormones it is secreting? It is secreting growth hormones which control the overall development of the growth of the body and muscles and bones. So it is coordinating and or controlling with the other glands also, as well as it is secreting the growth hormone, and it helps in the overall growth of the body, muscles and bones. Now hypo and hyposecretion of this gland, what is happening when there is less secretion of this? So this, as it is growth hormone, and when it is secreted in small amount, it causes dwarfism, and when it is secreted in a large amount, that is over secretion, it leads to gigantism. So you can see in this diagram, this fellow where there is under secretion or less secretion of this growth hormone from the pituitary gland, so that causes dwarfism, and when it is secreted more, this is causing gigantism. Okay. Now next comes the thyroid gland. This is another major gland in our body. So where is it located, thyroid gland? The location is, this large endocrine gland is located in the neck region. You can see this is the thyroid gland, and it is located in the neck region just in front of the windpipe. So this is the trachea, in front of the windpipe it is located. So if they tell you to give a label diagram of thyroid gland, so this is a very clear diagram with labeling. They have given what is thyroid cartilage of larynx also, thyroid gland also, and you can mention this trachea also, so that to discuss or to describe that it is located just in front of the windpipe or trachea. So it is having two lateral lobes here and here. It is having two lateral lobes on either side of the trachea. So two lobes, they are connected by a narrow mass of tissue that is called the isthmus. So that there is a narrow mass of tissue here which is connecting both the masses together. So this is called the isthmus. The thyroid gland has a rich blood supply. So this thyroid gland is having a rich blood supply. So what is the function of thyroid gland? Now we'll discuss that. So what are the functions of thyroid glands? So the two main hormones which are secreted from the thyroid glands are thyroxine and calcitonin. So what is the function of thyroxine? Thyroxine is actually controlling the speed of cellular metabolism. Especially what is it doing? Cellular metabolism means the rate of the oxygen which is consumed and the energy that is produced. So that is mainly the role of thyroxine, and it is also regulating the body temperature by producing energy. And always for this production of thyroxine from the thyroid gland, iodine is a very essential element. So if there is a deficiency of iodine, there is less production of thyroxine in the body, and which leads to deficiency of thyroxine production. So thyroid hormone, then thyroxine hormone is always low in the body if you are having iodine, less iodine or deficiency of iodine. So then it is called hypothyroidism. So when the diet is having less iodine and you are having low thyroxine hormone in your blood, then you will have a condition which is called hypothyroidism. So what will happen if you are having hypothyroidism? There will be swelling of the thyroid gland, and this swelling of the thyroid gland is called goiter. So a person, in this case hypothyroid people, they are feeling sleepy, they are sluggish, and it leads to certain weight gain also. So thyroid hormone or thyroxine should be always kept under control. Either hypo or hypersecretion of thyroxine, both are harmful for our health. So we should check the thyroid level, and we should get tested, and we should take medicines, because this is a prime gland where the thyroxine is leading to the cellular metabolism, and if this thyroxine level is disturbed in our body, it will lead to several types of diseases. Like this is goiter, and in other cases you can see that there are protruding eyes. The eyes will bulge out from the eye cavity. It seems that this is also due to thyroid hormone problem. Okay, so personally we can say that these persons, hypothyroid persons, they are having sleepy or sluggish nature, and they lead to weight gain. Okay, let us see what will happen if there is more production of, that is, hypersecretion of thyroxine. Now here also we are continuing with the function. So I told you that what will happen with the oversecretion of thyroid gland. So when the oversecretion of thyroxine is happening, it leads to hyperthyroidism, and which leads to exophthalmic goiter. So this is an example or a picture of exophthalmic goiter. What is happening? There is a protruding eyes. So this changes, you can see these protruding eyes or the bulging out eyes. These are the causes of this hypersecretion of thyroxine, and this is called exophthalmic goiter. Now the person with these more secretion of thyroxine, they have increased cellular respiration, they have rapid heart rate, and they have shortness of breath. Okay, short breathing rate is also there. The thyroid gland is also producing calcitonin, which helps to control the calcium levels in the blood. So calcitonin is another hormone, important hormone, which is present in the body, and which is secreted by the thyroid gland, and which helps in the control of calcium levels in the blood. So we will move on to the next gland for today's lesson only. So let us move on to that one. So next comes the parathyroid gland. So where is it located? These are small 4 glands which are embedded in the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. So this is the posterior surface, and these are the small 4 glands which are located in the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. So these parathyroid hormone, they are secreting parathormone, and which helps in the regulation of calcium and phosphorus metabolism in the body. So these are also important. This is also an important gland after this pituitary and the thyroid gland. So we will move on to the next glands in the next episode, that is in the next part. It is waiting, like adrenal glands, pancreas, testes and ovaries, they are waiting, and we will do a full chart of endocrine glands with their location, main hormone secreted, and their function in details in a chart. So for that you need to subscribe to my channel, stay tuned with my channel, so that whenever I am posting new lessons, you will get to know the notification. So press my bell icon, subscribe subscribe to my channel and stay tuned and stay updated with all my lessons, and go through what I have taught today, so that when I am coming with tomorrow's episode of the next 3 glands or 4 glands, that is adrenal, pancreas, testes and ovaries, and with a nice chart, so you will get to know what I have taught today and you will revise that, and then we will move on to the next one. So stay tuned, stay updated with all my lessons, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to like and share my videos. Thank you.